Hi, I'm Liam.
We're not at Pancho V anymore, but we're here at Liam's humble abode, and we just watched Wonder Woman in 1984 for the second time for this review. Him and I both watched it Christmas Day with our families, and we watched it again to give you a more concise and clear point of view for both of us on this film. So, Liam, initial thoughts. What are your first initial thoughts?
Movie as a whole, or just?
Movie as a whole.
Okay, I liked it. I thought the movie had a lot of soul and heart. It does have a lot of emotional moments. It's not perfect. It has a lot of flaws, a lot of things that should be different. But overall, positive opinion, I would say.
For me personally, I thought the movie was. I don't know. I feel like I don't know if it was the director having way too much creative liberty or the fact that there's too many plot holes. Like, the movie does have heart. He mentions that. And for me, that's very important for a movie. But it also was messy. Like, very messy. So, I enjoyed the movie because of the final act and character moments. But overall pacing was a little weird. But yeah, so that's our first initial thoughts. The first thing we're going to talk about is the opening scene where Wonder Woman, or Diana, is a child and she's in a tournament?
Some kind of like Olympic tournament.
Yeah, like an Olympic tournament. And both he and I talked about this, and I think we should, if the movie just got rid of that scene, the pacing would be a little bit better, because that's 10 minutes off of...
Or shortened it.
Yeah, or shortened it, or... Okay, the opening scene by itself, it's okay. It's not bad,
right,
but it doesn't serve a purpose other than, I guess, there's a statue of the Golden Warrior. Her name was...
Asteria.
Asteria.
Yeah.
And it shows that, but they don't talk about it.
Yeah, they just kind of say, oh, Asteria's a warrior.
Yeah.
And they move on.
They should have talked about the history of Asteria. Like, if they had a 10-minute opening scene about her fighting off all the people while she is, I don't know, like a bedtime story. Like Diana being told a bedtime story while she's a kid, and it's like this warrior, honorable, whatever. And then we see present day Diana. She is that honorable warrior, fighting for truth, justice, whatever, the American way, wrong superhero. But that would have been better, I think.
Yeah. Because that opening scene, it does kind of have a purpose with the whole cheating idea at the end. But that's one of the things that is not so good about the movies. The movie doesn't make it explicitly clear that she's cheating in that race at the beginning.
Yeah.
Because when she's going through and marking, hitting the markers, it's not sure whether that's something you have to do in order to make sure, what's it called, to actually do the race correctly, or if that's just a checkpoint marker so that the people in the stadium who can't see what's happening know where the person is.
Yeah, I personally didn't think the check marks were important. I just thought they were like, oh, this is to show live, per se, that, oh, they're moving through here, or they're getting through the race, so this is their position in the race, and they're winning, or they're in this position. I was like, oh, this is kind of cool, a checkpoint system, but I didn't realize it was cheating if you didn't hit it, and then you ended up in the lead, because it doesn't tell you that. It's like,
hey, winning's winning.
Yeah, winning's winning. Diana was going to win because she used her ingenuity, but then they said you were cheating. I was like, how? I was like, oh, okay, so I guess if you don't hit it, then they can assume they use a shortcut. Shortcuts aren't allowed. They don't say that, but that's the point. So, initial thoughts on the opening scene, yay or nay?
Mostly nay. I appreciate what it tries to do, but it's not clear enough, and I also feel like either it's not long enough to explore the Asteria character, or it's too long because it doesn't even try to explore the Asteria character. So if it either cuts some stuff so that the sequence itself was shorter, or expanded on it a little bit to show Asteria, then that would have been nice. But it does neither of those things, so it's kind of awkward.
So yeah, that's where we stand on that. I say nay as well.
So another thing about this movie is that it's set in the 80s. pretty large part, pretty obvious part of the movie given the title. So do you think that the movie like adequately makes use of that setting?
I have no idea. Yes and no.
Yes and no, yeah. I'd have to say the same, yeah.
Because, like, the only reason it's set in the 80s is because that's the only time throughout our history where you can say Wonder Woman was doing something without being caught, which we'll talk about that later.
Right, there's a whole other thing.
But,
yeah, that's right.
Where she can be a person doing superhero things, not be caught, but at the same time, a lot of people know about the 80s, they love the 80s, so you're playing that up, and then also television's big, people are making a lot of advertisements, oil, they use the president, so there's like a Ronald Reagan president, I don't know if it is Ronald Reagan, I think it is, but he's like, I hate the commies, I hate Russia, so I think it's Ronald Reagan. He wants more nukes. And then he also is starting like a satellite program that the main villain can use. So like, it makes sense why it's in the 80s, but I don't think it needed to be in the 80s. It was just set in the 80s to be set in the 80s, I think.
Yeah, because there's a lot of cheesiness in the movie, right?
Yes.
One of the big complaints I heard was that it feels like a movie made in the 80s.
It's shot like a movie in the 80s too. There's like a grain layer over the film itself, and it's shot with a lot of saturation, but occasionally it's also shot in just regular HD where it doesn't have that grain, so it's a little weird where sometimes it looks like an 80s film and then sometimes it just looks like a regular movie. It's weird, but I noticed that. Yeah. Next section. Okay, we're going to now talk about the plot of the movie now that we know its setting. We know the opening scene, which doesn't really have to do anything with the plot, so that's why we did that first. But look, we're going to talk about the plot right now. So, for me, the plot is Wonder Woman.
Why do you laugh? Do you think Wonder Woman is inherently funny?
No,
Why you laugh?
No, I'm laughing because it's a little all over the place in the beginning, and then it focuses at the end.
That's true.
So at the beginning, it's just Wonder Woman being Wonder Woman without being caught, because she's taking out cameras, saving people and telling people, it's our little secret. But, so yeah. So, she's basically hiding her secret identity being a superhero. And then it also slows down, shows that she still misses, or it doesn't show that she misses him, but like it shows that she's alone. And then we find our new supporting character, Barbara, who is going to be playing Cheetah at the very end. But Barbara is just a average, stereotypical nerd. There's a scene where she drops a suitcase full of papers. She's on the floor struggling. She asks for someone's help. Say, hey, could you please help me? The guy looks at her and keeps walking. I was like, what the hell?
I don't know, maybe it was a different time in the 80s, but I just can't picture anyone doing that.
Yeah, so that happens, but then Wonder Woman comes to help her out. They have like a little nice conversation. And it just seems like everyone's just mean to her, except for Diana, to show that Diana's a good-hearted person. But other than that, it's just everyone's just mean to her for no reason. But the whole point of the mall heist was for the Rock to be found by the police, to then be given to their museum, to then be analyzed by Barbara. And then Barbara says it's nothing. Diana reads it out loud. It's like
right, it's like put your hands here.
Yeah, and make a wish.
Yeah.
And then I think it's a really... Hold up, yeah, so to show that it works, the first thing they do is a little bit of a gag. I think it was pretty funny, and they both agree.
Right.
A guy walks over, he grabs it, he's like, I wish for a coffee. And then a guy's like, hey, I have an extra coffee. He's like, I guess it came true. So that was a nice little subtle way of saying, oh, it works, but maybe it doesn't. But then the main guy comes in.
Oh, the main man.
The main man.
That's right.
Pedro Pascal's character.
What are you pointing at me for? I'm not Pedro.
His character.
Oh, right. Lord.
Maxwell Lord. Yeah. So Maxwell Lord, he's like smirking.
Yeah, I love that like smug like charisma that he has.
He's just, and he was subtly hinted at throughout the movie, where he's like, he's in the commercials and like he's talking to people and say, make a wish, make your dreams come true, and we'll make your life. What was the quote?
Like the quote?
Yeah, the quote.
Life is good, but it can be better.
That quote. Yeah, good quote.
Good quote.
But yeah, he gets introduced, and then he's eyeballing the rock on Barbara's desk, and like he's like, oh, that's amazing, and he's just like asking questions, and like, so he wants the rock, so the rock has some importance. So then he's leaving. He meets Diana before that, but Diana just doesn't like him because
they meet and she just doesn't like him.
Yeah, there's no reason for her not to like him, but she's just eyeballing him like he's a bad guy.
He's suspicious because the thing is, it's strange because she says she doesn't have a TV, so it's not like she's seen him on TV. And says, oh, he's like a salesman. I don't like that.
Yeah,
she just doesn't like him.
She doesn't like him. I think she's racist, but no. Yeah, she just doesn't like him. And then he leaves, and there's like a party that they all go to. And then
right, because she also says she doesn't
like
going to parties.
Yeah,
but she goes anyway.
And I think that's to eyeball Max, Lord, because she sees that the rock's no longer in the little case, and it was to Maxwell Lord because he's the one that bought it from the black market mall shop, whatever.
So she very loosely trails him.
So she trails him for like a second, but then earlier in the movie, when she held it, she's like, oh. In her head, she's like wishing for Trevor to be back to life, but she never says it out loud. We're going to talk about plot holes later, but she wishes in her head that she wishes Trevor was back. At least that's what we can assume because she doesn't say anything. But then a random guy's like, Diana. She's like, can you leave me alone? It's like, Diana, I've missed you, or
right.
I wish we had more time.
Yeah.
I wish we had more time. And that's something that Steve told her. And then like it does the camera revolution shot that you see when someone transitions into like a beast or a pretty beautiful person. And then it's Chris Pine's face, and I was like, oh, that's nice. And then she starts trailing Maxwell Lord because Steve's there.
Yeah.
Which makes sense. I mean, she hasn't seen Steve in however long, but the whole purpose of her going there was to spy on Maxwell Lord. But Steve comes into the picture now, and Maxwell Lord is flirting with Barbara.
Right, because Barbara gets stoned and asked to be like Diana. Right.
Oh, right. I forgot. Yeah, that happened too.
Yeah.
She asked to be like Diana.
So she just means to be like hot.
She means hot, popular, and confident.
But she doesn't know that. Yeah, she doesn't know that Diana has superpowers, but she gets them.
Yeah. So
she asked for that.
After that, so Maxwell Lord's like, he's like, oh, that's such a cool rock, and then she's like, I can't give it to you though. He's like, kiss, 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 and then she just ignores him completely and grabs the rock, puts it in his back pocket. And then he takes the rock.
And he wishes to become
the rock.
So he can grant the wish.
So then the rock kind of like fizzles out, and he becomes like this wishing. He's kind of like a genie.
Kind of, yeah.
But with catches.
Yeah.
So actually, no, a genie. Yeah. So as the genie now, he wants more oil.
Yeah, because that's like his
Ponzi
scheme.
Yeah, oil.
The oil.
And then he just starts granting people's wishes for more oil and more power and more influence. And that just happens for the rest of the movie. And
Jesus, what happens after that?
No, like that just basically what happens, and Barbara keeps on becoming more powerful. Diana keeps losing her powers.
Right.
Now get this. So it's part of the plot that Diana's losing the powers because she brought Steve back. But Steve is only back because his body and his face, his personality was put into another person's body. So that should be the only catch. It should be either or, not both. Mm-hmm. But Diana's the only person in the entire movie to have two catches. Which is to lose her powers and... Oh yeah, another guy's kind of dead.
Yeah, essentially steal a person's life.
Yeah, steal a person's life and soul. But then Barbara... At first, I thought she was getting stronger because Diana was losing her powers. I thought there was a correlation. like the Force Dyad from Rise of Skywalker.
Don't bring up that movie, please do not.
But like
if
that.
you do, this will devolve into us just
talking about Rise.
Yeah, so please don't.
Yeah, but no, like I thought that's what was happening, but no, it was just her having two catches, I guess.
Right,
I don't know. It was weird.
Two weird.
Yeah.
What's it called? Consequences to her wish. That sucks.
But yeah, so she's dealing with that. Barbara's becoming evil because she lost the goodness in her heart.
Right, because that was her cash, I guess.
Yeah, her catch was she's less nerdy.
No, because she loses that like being like a good person, you know.
Yeah, but thing is, she doesn't lose that
the thing I'm
until
questioning, like, is that like something that happened inherently, like that part of her personality was just like sucked out by the rock.
But it wasn't.
Or was it that the power corrupted her? You know, that's what I'm wondering. Like, what happened? What happened?
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not
it
sure.
wasn't.
The movie's not clear on that.
Okay, so Barbara's evil now. Maxwell Lord's he went to the president to get his influence.
So they do that whole thing in Egypt, but none of that really matters.
No.
Yeah. Okay. Keep going.
That's why I say he's just looking for oil.
Yeah.
I was like, that's his,
oil time. Yeah, that's true.
So then he goes to the president of the United States to get more power, more influence. And then, if you think about it, that whole satellite thing, that was only put in there to have a final fight.
Final fight. Yeah.
Final fight, final battle, whatever. But, yeah,
I mean,
so...
how else would they have stopped him? You know, like, it's kind of hard.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fine. It's not... Keep going.
Yeah, so he goes to the president, asks for his, I guess, status. He asked for, like, his respect. The respect the president gets, that's what he wanted. So he got that from the president. And then he saw that there was plans to make a satellite that can go to people's TVs, and any screen, basically, would relay a message. And it was meant to be kind of like a... It was made for him to have the ability to touch people through the screen so he can get their wishes across, to get more powerful. Lucky. But, yeah, so he gets there, and he brings Barbara with him because she helped protect him from Diana when she was in the White House.
Right. Because there's a whole fight scene.
Yeah, there's a fight scene. First things first, it's not really the plot, but the fight scenes are kind of bad.
We can talk about that stuff.
We can talk about that later, but they're just kind of bad.
That's the whole thing.
Yeah, so it's a secret base. No one knows where it is except for the president and some generals. And then Diana gets her ass whooped. Then she basically talks to Steve Trevor.
Right, because you can, what's it called?
Relinquish your wish.
Yeah.
And you'll go back to normal. Mm-hmm. So... He's like, you need to relinquish your wish or else you're never going to beat them. And, like, it's a sad scene. Very good scene. But she's like, okay, cry. I don't want to relinquish you. He's like, I'm already not here. I'm not here. This isn't me. She relinquishes her wish.
Or getting her full power back.
Gets her full power back. She runs. And then grabs the sky.
No think. Keep going.
And then she starts flying.
They fly now?
Yeah, they fly now.
They fly now.
I don't have a problem with that because I thought Wonder Woman... it's weird. Sometimes you're showing Wonder Woman flying, sometimes you're showing her using a whip. But then in this movie she's doing both. Liam didn't think she was flying, but she was flying.
I don't know. You can make the argument she was just falling.
She was
really,
flying.
Really well.
She was flying. She was flying.
I don't think the movie is clear enough in establishing
she's
whether or not
flying.
she's flying.
That's the whole goal of the movie. Because Steve is like, hey, this is how you fly. You feel the air. You feel the wind. Mm-hmm. They use that line, and then she learns how to fly. I mean, she still uses her whip to repel herself.
Propel.
But then,
propel herself. Repel is to go away. Propel is to go forward.
I said repel, not repel.
Oh, rappel is in R-A-P.
Yeah.
Okay, yes. You're good. Keep going.
Jesus. So she uses that to push herself forward for like the next 10 minutes while everything's going to hell.
Yeah, she stays up in the air for a while, doesn't
Yeah,
she?
she's just flying, and she's not going anywhere. She just goes back to her place, which is in the same city. For like She was in the air for 10 minutes, so I guess she was just practicing how to fly. And then she grabs... Oh, right, I didn't even mention... Yeah, she has golden armor.
Right, so they briefly mentioned that there's this super ultra awesome warrior that had this super epic armor that was really strong.
That she just has in her closet.
Yeah, she just... she just has it in her closet like an old sweater.
Yeah. So she takes the armor, puts it on, and then flies over to the secret base, but she knows where it is.
Yeah, she just finds it.
No, she doesn't find it. She just knows where it is. It doesn't show her looking for it or anything. She just flies straight there. So that was weird, kind of dumb.
See, that's the problem that could have been fixed by a big sky beam.
Yeah,
big sky beam.
They should have had a sky beam. Yeah.
I know the sky beam is like overplayed, but honestly, this movie should have had one.
Yeah, it would have made sense. But like, no, she just finds it, and then she fights Cheetah. So Kristen Bell's character.
Kristen Bell.
Oops.
Is it Kirsten or Kristen Wiig?
Kristen Wiig.
Kristen Wiig. Okay.
Yeah, my bad. Kristen Wiig's character Barbara turns into a cheetah.
Yeah.
Cheetah person, not a cheetah. Cheetah person.
Golly.
And then they fight. Diana doesn't talk to her. She says one thing. She's like, "You need to relinquish your wish." That's it.
And then she's like, "No!" And then they just fight for a little bit more.
They just fight, but Diana's just holding back the entire time, letting the armor take all the hits for whatever reason, and then
because like the wings get completely destroyed.
Yeah.
Why did she just let that happen?
She doesn't say anything either. It's not, She's not defending herself while talking. She's just letting herself get hit. And then she beats her by getting electrocuted. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, after that, then she breaks into the base, and Maxwell Lord's just there, still talking, but she can't get close to him because he's just too powerful.
Right, he has some weird like force field thing.
He's powerful.
Yeah, some big power.
Yeah, so he's like, I don't want to relinquish my wish because I'm too powerful now. I'm like, I feel great. But then she talks to everyone around the world.
Yeah, because she lassos him.
Yeah, she lassos him.
With the lasso of truth. Right.
While he's talking to everyone, so everyone's hearing her voice. I don't know how that works, but it works well. You hear a song from Batman v Superman.
The song that plays when Bruce's parents are murdered.
Yeah, but the song was called Beautiful Lies, which is... Honestly, it works. It's really good.
I guess.
I liked it.
It works, but it's so weird. It's so weird.
It's a little weird. But, then he sees himself as a child, and then he sees his own son, and then he's like, I relinquish my wish to save my son, and it just leaves. So he's out of the movie now. Everyone else is relinquishing their wish. Oh, here's a cool little fun thing. So the president wished for more missiles, right? And then also there's more people wishing for more stuff. So then they launch nuclear warheads at Russia, and Russia launches nuclear warheads at America. But then everyone starts relinquishing their wishes, but the thing is, you can't relinquish something if it's already been there. So if a missile that wasn't a wish is flying towards North America or Russia, it's still going to be flying. But it acts like all the missiles were destroyed. So that happened.
Stay focused, save the story.
Yeah, so anyways, back to it. Maxwell Lord, then it kind of like goes to him, and he's like hugging his child, telling him that he's sorry for being a bad father, and he's a loser, and that he'll do his best to want to be a better father. And then what happens after that?
The movie just ends.
Yeah, the movie ends. Diana's... Oh, Christmas.
Right, it's
yeah, it goes to Christmas time.
It's Christmas, yeah. Even though it was...
No, I bet that Christmas scene was added just because...
Yeah.
I didn't realize that. Yeah, so there's a Christmas scene. She's like, it's beautiful. The world is beautiful. The guy from earlier, that Steve Trevor's body just kind of like... Hijacked. He's like, life is beautiful. And then like, that's it. That's where the movie ends. That's the plot of the movie. Or I guess that's what happens in the movie. The plot, I can't really tell you what it is. Cause
the plot is essentially Maxwell Lord gets the wishing stone and then bad things happen. And then Wonder Woman has to stop him That's it.
But
not a whole lot really happens in the movie.
Yeah.
Maxwell Lord starts like granting wishes and things just devolve into chaos, and Wonder Woman's like, I gotta stop him.
But that doesn't start until halfway.
Yeah,
the movie.
it takes a while.
It takes a long time to get. That's what I'm saying. It's because the plot doesn't. That's not the plot of the movie.
Yeah.
That's just the second half plot.
Right.
The first half plot, I guess. Okay, Maxwell Lord's trying to get the stone.
Mm-hmm.
Maxwell Lord grants people wishes. Maxwell Lord wants to become overruler, the ruler of everything.
Right.
Notice how this is where the plot is? This movie should have been called Maxwell Lord 84.
Because it's those 3 bits, that's the story.
Yeah.
Right? Hold up your fingers again.
Yeah.
So this is the end, this is the beginning. Like, the first half of the movie is here.
Yeah.
So it's like, it takes a while. It takes a while.
And then I guess it's Steve. I mean, what's the point of bringing Steve back?
I mean, it's just because he's the only other character Wonder Woman has, you know? So.
But he doesn't serve a purpose in the story. Okay, no. So Diana can lose her power so that way she can get. That's why she. Oh yeah. So she loses her power so that way she can't. So she can't beat Maxwell Lord
super
because
easily.
Cheetah is there. Right. That's why. Okay.
But I mean, I feel like they didn't have to give her the power losing thing. If they just had Cheater. If they had Cheetah show up more often, then I feel like they didn't have to do the whole like power loss thing.
Well, that would mean knowing how to film a fight scene.
Okay, action scene time?
We're gonna do that. So we're gonna go straight to action.
Action scene time, right.
Alright, first act, mall fighting scene.
Mm-hmm.
You can talk about it.
Wonder Woman's movement, especially in Wonder Woman, not so much in Justice League, a little bit in BVS, has always been kind of slidey. Like, it always feels like she has like ice skates, or like, you know, when you're on a hardwood floor and you slide across it with socks. She always kind of moves like that. So seeing this movie again with the opening fight scene, I was just like, okay, so we're not fixing that. We're just saying that's how she moves. She has this really like strange sense of movement. I don't think it's necessarily bad, but it's really, really weird. Excuse me. So we have the mall action sequence. She fights like 4 criminals, and it feels like she's just sliding across the mall. And the swing, she swings with her lasso.
I think that's just a style.
It's just a style, right? Because we've seen like Spider-Man swing a lot, right?
Yeah.
He's very like athletic, very.
Depends which one you watch, but
yeah,
there's different style per it. This one, she's just sliding and gliding.
Yeah, it feels more like she's gliding.
Yeah. Than
actually swinging from something. It doesn't look like she's putting a lot of force into it.
Yeah. Plus, like I think the lasso doesn't make her have any weight.
Yeah. It looks too pretty, I'd say.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't look right.
But no. Talk about the fights.
The fights.
Fights.
Well, I mean, there's not much to talk about in that first one. She just kind of like whoops everyone really quickly. Yeah, go ahead.
She whoops everyone quickly. Okay, so hold up. So she gets there, saves the girl, does a whole swinging motion, and one of the main things in this movie that's trying to do is to make sure it shows that she's trying to hide her identity, or hide that she's not not there.
That's right.
But she saves people wearing her shiny golden red and blue costume.
Right.
And she takes out the cameras with her little crown, this tiara.
Yeah.
With a tiara. Right. But if you take out a camera, you're not because whatever they recorded.
She does that after the large rescue where she saves the little girl.
Yeah, she saves the little girl first, and then takes out the cameras.
Yeah.
The cameras already have that footage. So there's no point in taking out the cameras. But anyway, so she does that, beats the bad guys up in like a really cheesy manner, like
it's very over the top, very like power fantasy.
Yeah, it's like
boom, you're all done, and I'm the strongest.
Yeah, and I don't have a problem with that, but it takes a long time. Like it's
it take a while. It's like been like
really
a
quick.
Minute.
Yeah. Like in the first
like 5.
The first Spider-Man has a scene like that where like he beats up those guys that are on the truck. Remember? Takes like 2 seconds, and then cheese.
Right.
So she should have done that quick, because she's stronger than Spider-Man, faster. But it takes like 5 minutes for her to do that, and then she drops everyone onto a police car.
Right, because she's very like careful to be like kind of almost like gentle.
She's very gentle.
Like she like sweeps up that dude and then catches him before he hits the ground. Because she's gentle, she's kind, and then she literally just throws them onto a police car with enough force to just like dent the whole thing.
Yeah, the whole thing's broken,
top.
And that's like cars in the 80s were made of metal. And I'm like, it should have been blood, but like I get it's also very cheesy. The whole movie's it chooses to be cheesy sometimes serious, but for the most part, it's like cheesy in the beginning, and then it goes to museum time.
Right.
Then there's the next action scene is
Egypt.
Oh my God! Is that the next action scene?
I want to say yes.
Yeah, that is the next.
Yeah.
That's like.
So that's another problem with the action scenes, that they don't show up much.
You're right.
I don't mind it too much because between
I didn't even realize that was the only action scene.
We spend a lot of time with Steve, who's kind of funny, and Maxwell Lord, who's really funny.
Maxwell Lord's a.
So it's at least for me, it's enough to like hold me over. But yeah, there's not a lot of action.
Yeah. So next action scene's in Egypt. Same complaint before. So there's a scene where you see her running like this. Green screen as fuck. It's terrible.
Yeah.
It's so bad. It's like the Flash. The Flash TV series
TV
running.
show, especially the later seasons. Yeah.
Yeah. So she was just running like this, and like you could see her running from behind. She's just like.
Yeah, it's another thing. Like the posture is too straight. The posture is way too straight.
It's either like they have a wire on her that she's just above the ground just slightly, or green screen, or I don't know.
I think it's the first one. I think they just have
I
a
think
wire.
it's a wire, right? Yeah. Okay, so it just doesn't look real.
Again, it looks too pretty. It looks like they're not focusing on like the actual realistic movement and just.
Which is weird because we have Captain America: The First Avenger, Captain America: The Winter Soldier, Captain America: Civil War, Infinity War, and Black Panther, where they all do running really well. Wonder Woman.
I'd argue there's probably way more, like, other, not even looking at superhero movies, there's probably, like, other...
Where they run fast?
Yeah, probably.
Not like that speed. Not at that speed. You see them run fast, but never... Like, again, Civil War does it best when they're running down in Germany. Or, like, running past cars and stuff.
I'd say Infinity War does it really well, when Panther and Cap would, like, run past all the other soldiers.
I know, it looks good,
yeah,
but, like, I'm saying the best visual to cars, because that's what we're talking about.
Yeah, that's true.
So... They did it just looks fake, but that's fine. Also, she keeps losing her powers and then also gaining her power. It's weird.
Yeah, they don't do a good job explaining that she is losing her powers. Like, I didn't even notice that she was losing her powers.
Yeah, he thought he was...
Until, like, the end of the Egypt fight, when they explicitly say, Diana, you're losing your powers.
Yeah, I noticed at the very beginning when, like, she couldn't break a lock. But they don't. You don't really realize it.
Because they don't focus on it.
Because he thought it was a joke. And I was like, okay, you could see it as a joke because he's like strong lock. But
that's right.
What was it? But yeah, that fight scene was okay.
It was okay.
It could again. It feels like this. The action scenes are too long. Not enough action. If you know what I'm saying, like it's not. Like she's under the car for like a minute. Remember, she's just
not
there.
under it that long.
Not that long, but it feels
long.
Yeah.
Because she's not doing anything underneath the car. She's just kind of like sitting there for a little bit.
Yeah.
And then she just decides, oh yeah, I can just flip it over.
Superhero scene. Like there's good moments, but then it goes to like where she does nothing again.
Yeah.
Like the rocket scene. It lasts 3 seconds. And then it's slow motion to try and grab the kids, and then slips, and then saves the kids. But they weren't even going to hit the kids in the first place.
Yeah.
Because they all just diverted around it, so there's no point. Anyways, after that is the White House. White House fight scene. They're just throwing each other. Diana saves people, though. Like that's what I like.
Okay, I liked it.
I like the fact that she saves people, but it's just
that too. Yeah.
They're just throwing each other around.
Yeah, she does a lot of throwing people around. Trevor tries his best.
Trevor does
giving him that right hook, but he can't do much.
Then after that is immediately after is the cheetah fight scene. Last a minute, 2 minutes.
Cheetah fight scene.
It was quick.
It's pretty quick, yeah.
But they're all doing ballerina shit too, so.
Yeah, the ropes. It looks more like something out of a circus. I want to say.
Yeah, it's like a circus. Yeah.
Like a circus, like a show. It doesn't look like they're fighting. Again, the swinging, the physics looks too pretty. It looks like they're doing a dance and not like an actual battle.
Then she beats her by basically.
Yeah, she electrocutes her.
Electrocutes her.
Yeah.
Then after that, you have that's the only fight scene.
Yeah, that's the final.
That's the final fight scene.
There's a confrontation with Max at the end, but not a fight.
He just does this. But yeah, that's it. That's all the fighting. So 3 fight scenes.
Hold on. 4.
4. My bad. 4. I forgot. Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's the mall fight, which is.
It's okay. It's too long.
Too long.
Okay.
Which is it's weird. When you say a fight scene is too long, it's not a long fight scene. It's just long stretches before she does something.
Because then she saves a second girl in there, and there's like a pretty not super long, but it feels long. Where she saves the black
kid with the black girl with the teddy bear. Okay, yeah.
Right.
Okay.
So she saves the girl, and there's like a long shot where she's like wink, and then the girl's like wink. And one was like, "Oh, you."
Okay, I like that
part. And then they go back to the fight.
I don't have a problem with that.
But it's stuff like that makes it feel longer.
No, if that was the only thing, it'd be okay. Mm-hmm. But then there's also parts where she's just gliding for a long time.
It just shows her like going from one part of the
it's like she's
to the
toying with them, like a. Like it looks like she's just toying with them, but she's not. She's just taking her time.
That scene could have easily been like a minute or like 30 seconds.
A minute, less than that.
Also, the whole identity thing. Would have been super easy to have it to like.
White House has cameras. She never takes out any of the cameras in the White House.
That's true. It was
none of them.
Really easy to have that first mole fight scene. So when the crooks have the girl over the ledge, you just see the tiara spinning.
That would be cool. All of them.
And then she catches it to make her entrance. Right?
Yeah.
And then she beats them up. I feel like that would be better. And also, it should have been way faster. Like one shot down, one shot down.
Yeah.
Swings over to the other thing. Down, done.
Like honestly, I thought the movie was gonna have pow, bam, psh, you know, like those like old like yeah. Because that's how cheesy that first fight scene was. Yeah. So overall, the fights, if the fighting choreography, I'd say it was like 2 out of 10. It was bad. It was bad.
It was weak. It was
very bad.
What do you think? How do you think it compares to the action scenes from the first movie?
Are you kidding me? The first one was way better.
I barely remember the action scenes from the first movie. I remember the one that was
just think of the trench. Think of the trench. Her going to the trench, breaking all the stuff.
Because then she does that, and that goes into the scene where she's fighting the soldiers.
Oh, when she's fighting in the town, first one.
In the town. Yeah.
So she jumps on stuff.
Yeah, that's
she's
pretty
like
cool.
fighting through people.
Yeah.
That looks cool. She's breaking stuff.
That's true.
Yeah.
There's that fight scene, and then the Ares one at the end, right? What else was there?
Stop! Don't talk about the Ares fight. But yeah, no. Overall, the movie's fight scenes were bad. Next topic.
So Diana is a superhero, right? She's good. I like her. She's very kind. I'd say outside of Shazam, she's probably the nicest DC superhero, right?
I think she's nicer than Shazam.
Yeah, you know, you're right.
Yeah, no, Diana's
Shazam's
awesome.
kind of a prick,
like, yeah, Diana's awesome. I think Gal Gadot's awesome. She does a really good job as Wonder Woman. I have no complaints with her. She's really great. Only thing that I disliked about the movie was like there was no.
About her in the movie?
Like, I don't know. She doesn't seem like there's a lot for. Like, there's more character dive for the villain than for her.
True, that's true.
Like, she's great. Gal Gadot's character is awesome, but I feel like she should have had more. She had the most screen time, but not the most
development, I guess.
I guess, yeah. There's no development, but it's fine. She does great. She's not a problem with the movie, but it just seems. I guess it's also really long because she doesn't do anything.
Yeah, it really does feel like she doesn't do a whole lot.
Yeah, so she's just kind of there.
But you know, I like her. I like that she's like really clearly nice. Like you said, like she was saving people in the White House.
Yeah, she was saving people, which is nice to see in a DC movie.
Kind of rare. And like I said earlier, like I think out of all the DC superheroes, like she's the only one that probably wouldn't have killed Max at the end.
Yeah, because Superman probably would have killed him. Yeah. He would have given him one shot. He would have killed him. Batman, this Batman
would have killed him. Yeah. Aquaman would just trite in him instantly.
Yeah, Shazam.
Maybe Shazam.
Wait, no, Shazam.
Maybe Shazam.
He probably would have saved him.
Yeah, probably would have tried.
Or at least just electrocute him to the point where he just.
Yeah, just stops.
Yeah.
I feel like Flash would just run away.
I don't want to talk about the DC Flash.
Okay, fair.
I hate the DC Flash. But yeah, no, the next character, let's talk about Trevor. Steve. I don't know why I keep trying to say Trevor or Steve. It's weird.
I don't know.
But yeah, Steve Trevor, he's fine.
He's alright. Like you said, he doesn't have much to do in this movie. He's just the supporting guy character.
Yeah.
Because it's weird because she needs like a supporting character to talk to during the movie, and the fact that she wishes him back matters because if you don't have him in the movie and she doesn't make a wish, then I feel like she seems too good of a person. You know, like she doesn't have any faults at all.
That's true.
If she doesn't wish him back.
I mean, yeah, that's like the one thing was like, yeah.
I feel like it would have been better if they had Cheetah join like their little squad, so it'd be like a little trio.
Yeah, that would have been better. Yeah, so Trevor, he's fine. Not really much there, but Barbara...
I feel like they could have had her tag along until the Egypt fight where she decides to switch sides.
That would have been better.
Yeah.
Because like, she's just kind of like helping... She's on team Diana for the most part. She's enjoying her popularity, doing her own thing.
Yeah, so let's talk about Cheetah.
And then...
Specifically, yeah.
Yeah, so she's stereotypical nerd. Then she's stereotypical nerd who realizes she's hot.
Mm-hmm.
And then she's bad guy.
Right.
It's like she's like...
Because she doesn't do much.
She's a worse version of Pedro Pascal's character.
Yeah.
If you
much
think about
less
it.
Interesting, much less charismatic version, yeah.
Because she's like, now she's like, I gained this popularity and power. I'm bad. Like, that's it. I'm an apex predator.
Like, the two of us literally talked over her, like, monologue when she beats down Diana at the White House.
Yeah,
just talked, like, I honestly have no idea what she said. And it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, when I first watched it, I was like, this is stupid. Because, like, so, I don't remember exactly what she said because it's just so boring. Like, she's bad, but she's, like, boring. She has no... She's not good at delivering the evilness, but... she's like, so Diana's like, what did you lose to become powerful or whatever? And then she's like, what did you lose, Diana? And I'm like, she lost her powers, but you lost your personality.
Right,
there's no competition. Like, I guess you can say... The thing is, if you're saying Wonder Woman is only Wonder Woman because of her powers... That's like saying Spider-Man's only Spider-Man because of his powers, not because of the person he is. That's what she just said. You're only cool because you have powers, not because you're a good person. It's so stupid. That was bad. And then Diana actually's like,
yeah, she like cries.
Yeah, she's like crying. I was like, why? She's stupid. Ignore her. But now big boy time.
Oh, big boy time.
I think so.
Big boy time.
This is Pedro's show now.
Right, because
you can talk about it. Gas him up.
As a summary, like for all the other characters, they're okay, but they can be better. Pedro starts at the peak and somehow only goes up from there. He's the best character in the movie by far.
Yeah.
Like Adrian already said, like he could be like the main character of the movie if they really wanted it to be.
Because like he has so much charisma. There's so much story there. Like just from his like they have a little flashback of his childhood, and I'm like, so like, I'm like this is like I don't know. He has a good backstory. You don't need the thing is you don't even need the backstory for him to be interesting. He just has so much charisma, and then there's enough backstory with him in the present where he's like he has I guess a business manager or like a investor. He has an investor, and he's like, "You're out, Pedro. You're out, Maxwell Lord." He's like, "I'm not a loser." He has this like he doesn't want to be a loser,
right? But
he's only been a loser, so like he has that going for him, and then he's just also so charismatic and funny.
He's really funny.
like
we said, that smug smile.
He has a smile.
I don't know why, but just looking at him, it's just funny. It's just funny to just watch him do things.
Like, he has like his own catchphrase.
Yeah, to see that like genuine enthusiasm when he's doing the it can't be better. Like, cause like a lot of like evil businessman type characters, they have that, but it is a 100% a facade.
Yeah, but
and you can tell that they secretly hate doing that.
No, but he loves it.
So like if he was being a stereotypical like rich guy, he would have been like, it can't be better, and then like immediately like, I hate saying that like instantly. But no, he actually seems to be having a lot of fun with himself, which I really like.
He has a lot of fun with this character. It's just it's great. I honestly, I probably wouldn't have liked the movie as much if he wasn't in it.
Oh, absolutely.
Because like
absolutely.
If it was just Pedro's character, I'd probably say 10 out of 10. I'm not kidding. He's so much fun.
He's a lot of fun.
But, Yeah, no. I mean, he's great. Great motivation. His power, like it
I like his power.
Yeah.
Like the dream giving, not dream, wish giving power.
wish giving, but
Very
like it
unique.
comes at a catch, but he knows how to use the catch for his own benefit. So I'm like,
The fact that he's smart and clever about it.
yeah, it's awesome.
And
like,
even when he's like asking the priest, not priest, the pastor, the
Are you
religious
talking
guy.
are you talking about the white
guy.
suit? White suit?
Yeah, and he's
yeah.
like, can you get everyone to hold hands? And he like asks, like, will that even work? Like the fact that he's curious about his powers is interesting. Because a lot of people, they get powers and they're just like, cool, and that's it. They don't
The
expect
thing
it.
is, he also is like he's like a junkie because of his powers, which is
Also interesting.
it's really good. Like it's not like he has like a very like on edge energy, but it's good because it's it's kind of like Lex Luthor from BVS, but wait hold up now.
I don't know about that.
Lex Luthor, he has that like he does that whole
Does have that kind of jitteriness.
but Pedro does it differently because it's like he's
It has
doing it
reason.
because of more. He wants more. He's like he doesn't have it all yet. That's why he's jittery. Lex Luthor just does it because he's jittery.
He's just like that.
He's just like that. But yeah, no, it works for
Right.
Pedro's character. Yeah, overall, every scene he's in, he steals it. He's amazing. He's awesome. All right, plot holes.
Okay, so there's one we brought up before already, which is that Diana does a very bad job of keeping her identity secret because she's saving people in broad daylight with her super shiny bright armor and only taking out the cameras after she shows up in the mall scene.
Yeah.
But then you have the White House scene where, like you said, she doesn't take out the cameras in that one. So
White House gets cameras.
White House security is definitely going to see her. Especially since she was so close to the president. The president absolutely is going to be like, get me a file on whoever attacked the
Yeah,
White
it's
House.
like we need her.
Yeah.
For some sense, I don't know.
Either mark her as like a dangerous enemy or as like
Yeah.
potential ally, something. Because like also after the mall, she shows up, after the mall fight scene ends, she shows up at her apartment in her armor. So she didn't like switch into normal clothes and then go home.
That was twice.
She shows up at her house in her armor.
Twice.
Which is pretty weird. That's another thing that comes to mind for me right now. What else do you have?
Okay, plot holes. So there's I think there's a lot.
There's a lot, yeah.
So again, the whole secret identity thing, that's assuming no one talks about who she was, and she's only in the DC area for the movie at least until the very end, and Egypt for some reason. But so she's only in the DC area, and she's saving people daily. She does that every day. So that means that everyone has seen her at least once.
Well, maybe not everyone, but a lot of people.
Because it only works for Spider-Man because he wears a mask.
Right.
She's not. She has her face out in the open.
Because another thing is that at the end of the movie, we see Linda Carter.
Yeah.
Spoiler, I guess, but whatever. And she's in like normal civilian.
Yeah, she's in
clothes.
normal clothing.
And she just helps people.
Yeah.
Like very like subtly like that. I feel like Diana could have done that.
That would have
why
made
didn't
sense.
she just do that?
But then again, if she's just a woman.
Or like cut the lights or something. You could have had her cut the lights and the only glow you
What?
see be the lasso. That would have been cool.
During the day, she was saving people on the street.
Yeah, but if you have it set at night.
Oh, no. I mean, I guess that would make... No, that's Batman's shtick.
Yeah, but it would only be for the mall scene.
No.
And maybe... No, not the White House. Because that would be lame. But maybe just for the mall scene, that would be fine.
Point is, there's needless...
In general, there's not a lot of... Oh, I have something.
Oh, the jet!
Okay, that's not what I was going to
Oh,
go
no,
for.
you
go
yeah.
ahead. You go
Okay.
ahead. The jet.
Okay, I'm not like a big airplane jet kind of guy. Eli, my friend, he would give you a whole shtick on this. But so she finds a jet, and it's like a fighter jet. And so quick thing, jets aren't supposed to fly from, I don't know, Washington D.C. all the way to Egypt in one go because they're fighter jets. And she does it 2 times. She goes to Egypt. So if you were to fly from DC to Egypt, you're flying as the Earth is rotating in that direction. So it takes more gasoline. And you're not going to get there as quickly. But they do that, and then on top of that, they come back to DC without refueling.
Mm-hmm.
In 24 hours, basically. And one 24-hour period, they use the jet to go to Egypt and then back to DC. And...
Okay, what do you think about, what was it, 1910? Pilot flying a modern day jet?
Yeah! Steve Trevor knows how to fly a modern day jet. Or
they fly now.
1980 jet, not a modern day jet. But yeah.
Because, again, I don't know much about planes either. I'm curious how much that has changed from then.
To now?
Yeah.
From the 80s to now?
From 1910 to...
Oh,
84.
yeah, no. It used to be just like a...
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, yeah.
That's how it used to be. Or
so, like, that's gotta have changed a lot.
Yeah.
And he's just like, they fly
yeah, he's
now,
like, flick,
and he's,
flick,
and he's
flick,
got
flick,
it,
flick,
yeah.
engine. How would he know that's the engine? That's a button. It was a button.
Yeah, he just pressed it.
He said engine.
I feel like they definitely could have had Diana, like point things out.
No, she's a museum person.
Yeah, but she just, like, knows things. It would have been funny, too. He's like, engine, and she's like, it's here. And he's like, okay. That could have been a little funny.
I guess so. But that would have his own complaints, because, like, why does she know that?
Yeah.
I mean, she works in a museum. I guess you could say that.
I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, then again, she's old as hell, too.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, so she had, like, 60-plus years.
But then again, she's not good at flying.
They do say that.
Right.
Every time I think about flying or flight, it's always you. But yeah, no, lots of plot weird stuff.
Okay, the stone. The magic stone.
Oh, right.
Like we already said before, Wonder Woman has 2 catches for her wish.
So that's only so that she can lose power.
Right.
Not, like, if they wanted her to do that... Actually, no. Yeah, if they wanted her to do that, they would have had Steve just manifest.
Mm-hmm.
Not take over someone's body. But the fact that it was taking someone else's body and soul...
It just feels unnecessary.
That's its own catch.
Yeah.
Why is there another catch?
Doesn't make any sense.
No, but...
Because you really don't have to have that in the movie, honestly.
Yeah, but no. Pedro's character says, I don't want to be... I relinquish my wish, and his wish was to become the stone. So the stone is just lying on his desk?
Huh, yeah, that's a good point.
I don't know. The movie doesn't care either. It doesn't show us, like, oh, woo, there it is, or...
Because, like, it leaves behind that little ring.
Yeah, so that means it should go back there.
Or if they wanted to say, oh, it's gone now, they could show that ring, like, cracking, breaking, so, oh, the power's gone.
That would have been good.
We don't see any of that.
No, the thing is, he doesn't destroy it, he relinquishes it.
Yeah.
They either have to destroy it or relinquish, but they relinquish it. They didn't do shit. So basically the stone's still out there, some random person has it. I wouldn't be surprised if it came back.
I hope not.
I think it'd be cool if it came back. But only if Pedro Pascal's character comes back. He's not going to come back. He's probably in a jail. Actually, I don't even know. They don't even show us that.
Yeah, that's another thing. We don't know
like,
what
did he leave
happens
the
to him.
country? Is he still rich
That's
as
not
fuck?
necessarily a hole, but it's like a plot.
Does he? No, he still owns the world's oil. No, but that was
That wasn't his wish.
No, he doesn't. He owns. Remember, he
Yeah.
owns 50% of the world's oil because he made deals with
other.
So
people.
is he still an oil tycoon?
I mean, if the other people relinquish their wish, then I guess he loses the oil. But...
No, he doesn't, because it's on paper.
Well, no, he just kind of takes it, right?
No, so once you become the shareholder of something, and they specifically say it throughout the movie...
Yeah, but you're talking about real world stuff. I'm talking about in the movie, he just kind of says, hey, your stuff is mine now, and then it just is, you know, so...
It becomes his because somehow it became in writing.
Okay, maybe. Again, I don't know, it's not explained. It's not explained how it works.
So it's not explained, which is kind of dumb, but maybe he's either dirt poor or rich as hell. That's it. It's either or. He could be around, I don't know, he'd be richer than Lex Luthor. He would be. He'd be more powerful too. So also, another thing is like, all the people that he wronged, I think they'd kill him.
Oh, absolutely.
They find him and kill him. There's no way he just gets away.
Just gets away with it.
Yeah, so they don't show anything, but I like how he got back with his son. Maybe he's in another country. He's in another country right now. But yeah, ending remarks.
So, just talking about the ending itself, or?
It's up to you. No, ending, like, overall, like, what did you think?
I mean, like I said, largely positive, because the movie has a lot of problems. The movie has a lot of problems.
Yeah.
The action is too floaty, too slidey. But I think it's okay action. I don't think it's necessarily bad, but it's not good. It's just okay. I liked it. It was pretty fight. My mind is entertained. But it could have been way better. Could have been way better. I think the characters are fun-ish, most of them. I think the only one that I don't like is Kristen Wiig as Cheetah. I feel like she's the only character that isn't good. All the other ones are fine to good,
Yeah, okay.
And like I said, the movie has a soul. It has like a point to it, and I liked it. Can we just talk about like really weird quick things?
Yeah,
okay,
go for
when
it.
Pedro says I renounce my wish at the end, I expected a huge explosion of energy to come out and undo all he does.
No.
But he just says, I renounce my wish, and he just kind of walks away. Which looked really weird in the movie, because it's such a high intensity.
It was a good shot.
Yeah.
Good scene. Very good build up. But then
And then he just walks off.
He walks off.
It's literally he says his line and they're okay, cut, and he just walks off the set. It looked really weird.
I really get my wish.
Yeah, Pedro had to piss after this scene, so he was really running.
It was weird. Yeah.
The armor just kind of shows up.
Oh, we didn't bring up the armor.
Yeah.
She just has it.
She just has it.
And
there's no build up to it. Like I said, they don't talk about the Asteria character that much. Like we said before, there should have been the opening scene should have been a story about Asteria. Probably either protecting the rock or trying to destroy the rock.
So
trying to bury
the
rock.
rock and the armor are just two very different things.
Yeah.
But they're both. Okay.
They're both important.
They're both important. They're both
separately.
In the past. They're both something different, but they're not correlated in any way.
Yeah.
So there's no point. There's
because again, at the end, when
sell toys. That's the point of the armor. To sell toys.
That's
Everything else, actually, maybe to bring in.
Bring in what?
The actress for the old one.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, I'm pretty. Maybe that's why.
It's just not thought out well. They don't do much with it. And we both thought that when she started losing her powers, we were like, oh, she's gonna use the armor as a crutch because she's losing her powers, but that doesn't happen.
It would have made sense.
It would have, yeah.
It's I can't. But then again, she wouldn't have been able. Oh, this is so stupid.
You could have had it
if Steve Trevor wasn't connected to her powers and Cheetah gaining power was connected, then having her use the armor to compensate for that would have made sense. But that's not the case.
Or you could have it so that Steve isn't connected to the person's body, and the power is the catch for her wish. So then, for most of the movie, she wears the golden armor.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And then at the end, the last scene, she has to get rid of Trevor.
Yeah, because the armor's not enough.
Yeah, and then she gets the power back and just squashes Cheetah. But no, she just kind of is I guess I'll pick up my set of armor and just wear it to the final fight.
There's no reason for it. She gains her power back. It's stupid.
it's really weird. Yeah.
Yeah. Also, is the warrior that Amazonians? They're strong. They're not strong. They're stronger than regular humans, but they're not powerful.
Right.
They're just kind of strong.
I feel like that's also a flaw of the first movie, not so much a large one of this one. But
no, I know that. But then, what the hell is the point of Asteria? Because, she said, she held off all of mankind with her armor.
Uh-huh.
But I was like, but she's not that strong, is she? But then, a pole drops down, she catches it very easily. I'm like, so they are strong, just...
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering.
I don't know what the power scaling is. We don't know how the power
Amazons. I don't know. Because in the first movie, when
they die to bullets.
Yeah, they get killed really easily.
Yeah.
And Wonder Woman is shocked when she does the super strength stuff. She's like, "Wow, I have superpowers, neat!" For 2 seconds.
Yeah.
And they don't really touch on it that much. So is she stronger than them? Is she not? I don't know.
Okay, Wonder Woman is stronger than all the Amazonians, but we don't know by how much. That's the only thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't know. I think are they as strong as Aqua people?
The Atlanteans.
Yeah, Atlanteans. Why am I saying Aqua people? But yeah, are they as strong as Atlanteans or stronger? Or are they less strong?
I think they're probably less strong.
Than Atlanteans?
Because, I feel like Aquaman kind of got stomped in Justice League and didn't really do much. I don't know if he just sucks at fighting or if they're just weak.
He did get stomped. He's strong.
I guess maybe...
dude, he lifts up a freaking submarine.
Yeah.
But that's in water.
Yeah, so maybe if he's in water, he's way stronger.
Yeah.
On land, he's probably weaker. I don't know.
But I don't know. No, that doesn't work.
Whatever, man. I don't know. They don't.
Power scaling DC Universe is weird. It's flawed.
Like I said, overall, Wonder Woman 84's biggest problems. Number one is that it's not clear enough with certain things, certain aspects.
If you had to rate the movie out of 0 to 21 burritos, what would it be?
21?
21.
I don't even know how that scales.
Scale it. 0 to 21 burritos.
21.
It has to be 21.
Hold on.
Fine. From 0 to 84 burritos.
That's, oh my god. 84. So hold on. 50% would be 42, right?
Yes.
I give it 50.
So 50 burritos.
Yeah.
Look at this guy.
What would you give it?
Out of 84 burritos?
Yeah.
Yeah, actually no, 50 burritos that's the spot. that hits the spot. 50 out of 84 burritos. I'd say that's the spot for
It's
one
more
of
than
them.
half. I'd say it's okay.
It's more than half.
Yeah, so right, I'd say my biggest problems, it's not very clear on a lot of things. Like the flying, like I said, like you think you're
I'm pretty sure she's flying.
She's flying.
Yes, no, she's flying.
I think that final shot, she's definitely flying. There.
She's flying when she freaking goes in the air, man.
I don't know.
She's flying.
I feel like it's not clear.
They
on that.
fly now.
The rules of the dream thing isn't clear, right? Because she doesn't even wish out loud for Trevor. She just thinks
right.
it.
So like the bad guy, he's like, but what do you wish for? Like they need to wish it, but then
he has.
They have to say it out loud.
Yeah.
But she just kind of like holds it and she's like, but that'll never happen.
Right.
I was like,
so that's not clear.
Yeah. So.
Like the losing powers thing, like I said, it wasn't clear that was happening.
Yeah.
The thing at the beginning, the cheating thing, it wasn't clear that was cheating. So like overall, the movie's just not very clear on a lot of stuff that it should be more clear on.
It's good, but it could be better. Yeah. Good line.
Good line.
Oh man.
Did you give your final thoughts?
Yeah, I told you 50 out of 84 burritos.
Okay.
That's my final thoughts of the movie. It's 50 out of 84 burritos.
Okay.
I don't know, man. That movie. I don't. 50% of the movie could be gone.
Yeah.
Same. Nothing would change.
I feel like a lot of
nothing
the
would
movie
change.
could be edited out or swapped around, and not a lot would be.
Like
better.
Steve Trevor, Diana stuff. Most of that didn't like. There's like a minute, 2 minute changing scene where they're wearing stuff.
That was kind of funny.
It was funny, but it's too long.
Cause right, they have that scene where it's like, oh, haha, fashion, funny. Then they go to the museum, haha, museum, funny. Wait, they also have haha, escalator, funny before that.
Train funny.
Yeah, train, funny. I mean, were trains that? I feel like they had trains.
They had trains. They just didn't have trains that looked as clean.
Yeah,
like
that's true.
Silver and stuff.
That's true. Yeah. Right, without like the big smokestacks and stuff.
Yeah. So the movie is movie. It's movie.
It's okay.
It's
okay.
It's good. It's
Do you
okay.
think it's better or worse than the first Wonder Woman?
I remember walking out of the first Wonder Woman with less complaints than this one, but none of the characters in any Wonder Woman movie has been as strong as Pedro Pascal's character. So there's that.
I'd say, at least for me, definitively it's better than the first Wonder Woman.
I think they're about even.
You think they're about even? Because the thing is, like, this movie kind of sucks with its first half-ish.
It picks up on the second half.
Yeah.
Still stupid, but picks
and
up.
then the first movie tanks itself with the last act, with the battle against
Mhm.
Ares. So it's hard. I feel
It's
like
even for me. Him.
You think it's even?
It's even. I mean, I don't know. Like, I definitely didn't enjoy myself as much with the first one when it came to like again, Pedro. Every time he's in a scene, I'm either engaged or laughing.
Mm-hmm.
Never with the. I mean, I was engaged with the first one, but not as much as I was with Pedro. Again, they should have just made the movie about him. Truth be told, have Wonder Woman be the side character. Are you kidding me? Imagine that. Imagine a superhero movie, but the character who. Like, imagine if they like centered this movie as a DC movie around Maxwell, and it was called Maxwell, or it was just called 1984.
Right.
But then randomly Wonder Woman shows up.
Just shows up.
Yeah, wouldn't that be badass? Come on.
Kind of cool.
Like, imagine you're following Maxwell throughout the entire movie, and then like in Egypt, Wonder Woman shows up, or or you see Gal Gadot's character, but she's Diana.
Right.
Like she's acting like Diana, but then like you see Wonder Woman in Egypt. That'd be so dope. Come on, that'd be so dope.
That would be kind of cool.
Subversive.
That'd be a little cool, I guess. So.
Come on, that'd be really cool. That's like, I don't know. Like, you're not expecting it. You don't show it in the trailers either.
This movie had a really good trailer.
Did it?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'd honestly say
it was like 2 years ago.
I'd honestly say the trailers for this movie were better than the movie.
What are the trailers?
It had, you know, like the funky music and Pedro going, can be better, you know. Yeah. Right, because the swinging on the lightning thing, purely made for the trailer.
Yeah, the swinging on the lightning.
Doesn't factor into the movie at all.
She does it twice, and then back to flying. That's so dumb. I thought she was gonna do it like. I thought it was gonna be like either like a charging.
It was gonna be like a whole thing.
Like coming into through lightning or something.
Yeah.
No.
Like, I need to get through this thing, but there's a huge lightning storm. And we've been like, oh man, this is really tough swimming through all this lightning. But
it's just for the trailers. All that was just for the trailers.
Or if anything, since she's like Zeus's kid, she could be like, oh, I can't fly.
Doesn't she have lightning powers in the first one?
Maybe.
Yeah, no,
So
she does the...
Yeah, she could have been like, I need something to swing off of. So she like makes the lightning swing off
Makes
that.
a thunderstorm to swing. That would
have been cool. But no, she just does it.
Yeah, Patty Jenkins, she does a great job with Pedro. Okay, she does a really good job with Wonder Woman. She's really well.
Yeah.
She's Wonder Woman, but yeah, she doesn't kill anyone, which is weird.
She's nice.
She's not a warrior. Stopped automatically.
Epic.
Damn. So
in BVS, she fights Doomsday, who's a huge monster.
BVS just stops. Yeah.
And then in her first movie, she's just in a war. So yeah.
And then fight the big monster.
Oh my god, you're right. Yeah. But here she's just fighting normal people.
No. She fights Cheetah Monster. She fights a furry. It's great.
The final boss, a furry.
Yeah.
This is my first
one.
one.
The thing is, she's not even the final boss. She's like,
Yeah, she's like the second to last boss.
But she's the thing of the final boss.
It's like, you ever played a video game where like the final boss is in like the final section? Like you have like a boss fight. And then the final section is like
just
running
a movie,
away
the cinematic?
or something. Yeah, or like a little gameplay section, which is kind of like a victory lap, essentially. You never had that where like you fight a boss and then after that you're just like running through an area. Yeah, something like that.
Where like now you see, I don't know, it's weird.
I feel like the Uncharted games have that. You ever played the Uncharted games?
Yes.
Yeah. So like you fight the
and then
bad guy,
they run off.
He just like run. Yeah, but you have to like control.
Yeah, I know that.
It's like that.
But the thing is, Diana would have lost against
Pedro.
Yes.
Yeah, that's why she doesn't fight him.
She reasons with him through memories?
Memories, truth, you know.
The American way. But yeah, overall,
Truth, justice.
50 out of 84 burritos, and that's it. That's our Wonder Woman 84 review. Super long, super...
Yeah, it was a pretty long movie.
That's perfect. This review is super long for a movie that feels super long. Hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Yeah,